Talking to you, Oklahoma fans. Stop it. Stop it. Do you understand? I think there is a clear distinction right here. The top 6 teams in the country and everybody else. Going into this season, I told you there was 2, Clemson and Alabama, and then everybody else was chasing. And what I've seen so far, there's 4 other teams that have taken the question marks surrounding their squad going into the season and absolutely proven those to be strengths, okay? So don't pay attention to the actual number. Talking to you, Oklahoma fans. Stop it. Stop it. Do you understand? Sooner fans? I don't want to hear it. You know, I'm basically a Sooner, but you are number 6. But don't pay attention to the numbers. Oklahoma is at number 6. Were they higher than this last week in my rankings? Yes. Does it matter for me? No. And I'll explain why in just a little bit. We all know how great Oklahoma is on the offensive side. Jalen Hurts, man. I'm looking at you, brother. Unreal. Unreal. By the way, this week, I'm actually going to Oklahoma before I go to Madison to sit down with Lincoln Riley. Can't wait to do that. That's a feature that will probably be popping up next week. Big Noon Saturday is coming to Norman, Oklahoma. I will be in Norman. Gus, Ginny, and I will have the call as Texas Tech comes to town to face the Sooners. So watch for that feature about Lincoln Riley, his offense, and really his offensive origins. So we're going to go through all of that. Little nice promo there. Georgia at number 5, but again, don't pay attention to the numbers. They continue to do what? Play really solid on the defensive side, get quality quarterback play from Jake Fromm, and run the football as efficient as anybody in the country. Georgia is for real, folks. They're going to be there. They have been over the last couple of years, and nothing is different this year. I've got LSU at 4. You're starting to see kind of like the reason you kind of slot them where they're at. They've got a really big win. Joe Burrow has changed this team completely from a passing perspective and an explosiveness perspective on the offensive side. The one thing that is interesting, and I think it would probably be more interesting for everybody at home to kind of hear, like, where are the concerns then? If these top 6 teams have separated themselves, where are the concerns? Well, I don't know if we absolutely know what Oklahoma's defense is yet. We'll find out coming up. There's no doubt. But concern maybe, or just kind of wait and see. For Georgia, we need to wait and see what they can do in the 4th quarter against an elite opponent, because they have fallen short each of the last 2 times they've had that situation against Alabama. LSU, what you would normally consider a strength for them is their defensive line play. That's been uncharacteristically average this year. They got pushed around a little bit at times against Texas. They bowed their neck inside the 5, yes, but that defensive line, maybe not quite as dominant as they have been in the past. I've got Alabama at 2B. Again, don't look at this. Alabama is doing great stuff as always. Couple of concerns. Well, first of all, Tua, you're playing great football. Well done on you. Jerry Jeudy. Dude, you're ridiculous. You're an amazing player. Bama is a great team. I fully expect them to still win the SEC. There's a couple of areas, though. Their defense against the run is not quite what it's been in the past, and then their rushing offense is not quite what it's been in the past. Did you know in 2 different games this year, both Power 5 opponents that they've faced, they've averaged under 4 yards per carry for the game? That's not like Alabama, so that's something to keep your eye on there. And that's one of the reasons why I moved them 2B to the 2A, which is Ohio State. I've seen this team twice, and I thought that the biggest questions coming in for Ohio State were going to be surrounding their transfer quarterback in Justin Fields. He's played amazing. And their defense, which was very average a year ago. That defense is ridiculously talented, aggressive, they run well, they tackle in space, and I think possibly all 11 could be NFL players. I mean, their whole secondary is going to get drafted. Chase Young's going to be the top 2 or 3 picks in the draft. They've got depth at defensive end, so Tyreek Smith comes in, Tyler Friday comes in. Who else? Zach Harrison, the true freshman, came in. They're all putting pressure on the quarterback. I'm telling you, man, this defense is elite. I love what they've been able to do on that side of the football. J.K. Dobbins is playing better. His average per rush is back up to where it was as a freshman. Watch out for Ohio State. I think Ohio State is damn good. And then I put Clemson at the top just because they're the champ. And their schedule is so horrendous that they're going to be there at the end of the year. So you got to put them in the playoff.